friends, welcome to Life Unpacked. So I'm actually filming this from the future. I realized when I was editing the vlog today for this week that I didn't do an intro clip. So I guess there's a first for everything, right? But going into this week, the vlog actually starts off on Sunday because what ended up happening was on Friday, our furnace went out and we had no heat. It was like 19 degrees that night. We had an appointment scheduled for Monday. So this was Friday. We had an appointment scheduled for Monday. The heat went out on Saturday, like overnight into Sunday. So we woke up Sunday morning and it was like freezing cold. And we knew the temperature on Sunday night was supposed to drop to like 15 degrees. It was supposed to be even colder. We decided just to wait until Monday. We have a couple space heaters. We have a fireplace. So we turned all those on. We opened up the cabinets for the pipes and stuff like that to keep everything warm. And it actually stayed pretty cozy. And here we closed like all the blinds. So that way, like none of the windows were covered. All the windows were covered, so no heat could escape through those. So we did a really good job of kind of buttoning down the whole house. And we just bucked it out until Monday. And then the vlog catches up right after the heating guys were here to fix our furnace. So that was a fun little weekend, which is probably why I forgot to even start the vlog in the first place. But you know, this is where we are really fortunate and smart to have set it. You know, we have our finances really buttoned down. We don't have any debt. We have debt. We have the mortgage to the house still, but we don't it's better to invest the money than it is to pay off the mortgage. So, you know, we have a fund set up just for the house. So that way, if anything goes wrong with the house, we have the money set aside. And you know, that was great because we were able, you know, we dipped into that. We paid off $1,000 bill, just randomly. And we didn't have to dip into any kind of emergency fund or anything like that. I mean, our emergency fund is like a strict 6 months in case either of us lose our jobs type of situation. You know, so like it's important to have that emergency fund set aside for those types of emergencies, like the emergency of somebody losing a position, and a different fund for the house emergencies or things that we want to upgrade in the house. For example, we want to eventually remove the carpet on our stairs and maybe recarpet that because it's getting worn down quite a bit. But again, now that, you know, $1,000 has had to come out of that account for the furnace, we got to wait another year to do the floors. You know, it's really, that's what's so good about having financial literacy and so important is to have that all set up, because there was a time in our lives where we weren't financially responsible and financially literate, and we were in debt and we didn't have the money set aside. And if we didn't have this, we ran into this emergency, we would have had to scramble to find the money or put it on a credit card and gotten more into debt. So it's so important to take the time to learn that stuff. And at first, it's so scary. At first, you think you can't do it. You're confused. You're angry. I remember when I finally sat down to deal with it, I was so angry and scared. I remember it was like my checking account was going to be $200 negative because of something that bounced, or it was going to bounce and they were going to charge me even more. And I remember freaking out and running to the bank at 9 a.m. as soon as they opened to make sure I could get money into the account from another account. And it was I didn't want to do that scramble anymore. And, you know, we reached out to somebody who is, you know, really important in our lives. And we asked for help to learn it. And we are still struggling to learn it, but we're in a much better position now. He has helped us tenfold to understand and take responsibility for ourselves, responsibility for our future, and to just put us in a much better position. So, you know, please, if anything from this you learn, take financial responsibility, learn your financial literacy, reach out, ask, watch YouTube videos and figure it out and stop. Yeah, you gotta stop doing all the fun stuff for a little while. And even still, even though we have a good nest egg set aside now at this point in our lives, and we have all of our accounts set up and we have all of our debt gone, there's still stuff that we're sacrificing to make sure that we have a retirement in the future that we want. So we're assessing for the future now, which is great. Anyway, off that soapbox. Let's get into the rest of this vlog. The heat. We have heat. We have heat again. $1,000 later. Emergencies happen. This is why you have to have emergency fund. You have to have this stuff ready. So yeah, we have heat back on again. You'll see that the Christmas tree is gone in the background here. I cleaned that up on Saturday, so that's all taken care of, but I've got a mess. I've got messes back here. You see the rest of the kitchen here. Mess, mess, mess. This laundry room, oh my God. You wanna see huge mess? Here, wait. Look at that. It's a mess in there. So I need to really take care of just all this stuff. This is my plan right now. I'm gonna work on the kitchen while my food is cooking for lunch. Maybe clean up the laundry room a little bit here. And what else happened? Oh, Asher has his, so the earliest they could do a consult for his leg isn't until March 31st or something like that. No, it's not March 31st. It's in March sometime. Yeah, maybe it is the 31st. Yeah, it is. It's right after I get back from my plane trip in Ocean City. So he's going to have to wait until then to deal with it, which is fine. He is not experiencing a ton of pain, and I do have pain medication if for some reason he's having like a day where it's a little bit more painful. But he's walking on it fairly well, and we will work. Where are you going, camera? Get back here, friends. So he's going to just have to hold off until then. And we'll talk to them then about if he even needs, I mean, I guess he's going to need surgery. I don't really know what the details are on it, but he is looking like he's walking a little bit better on it right now. So that's good. Yeah. So let me finish up my food here and work on cleaning a little bit, and I'm sure that I'm saying that I might get back with you today, but I don't know. I might not. What's dinging now? Oh, the refrigerator. Oh my God. Everything in my life today. Okay. Trying to get my life back together. Lunch. This needs to be prepped for the week. So I've got salmon that I'm doing over here, and that's ready to go into the oven. So let's pop that in right now. All right, and then I'm boiling some chicken broth to add some quinoa in there. This is going to be a salmon and quinoa lunch that I'm going to have for the rest of the week. The fridge is looking a mess. This is still my meals for the last week that I need to finish up, so I'm going to go ahead and eat that today for lunch, and then I've got turkey for dinner tonight. I need to clean out this fridge. Actually, I'm going to be cleaning out this fridge later this week, so ignore this for now. Just know that my salmon is still here, and my chicken, so I'm going to eat this up right now. Let's do a nightly reset. This is what I usually do at the end of the night after every meal. I try to do it every meal. My Atomic Habits book said don't say you're trying to do things, just say what you do. Be what you are. Like if you're trying to stop smoking, for example, you don't say to somebody, oh, I'm trying to quit. If you're not a smoker, you say, no, I don't smoke. So if you say you're trying, you always have that opportunity to fall back on what you used to do. So this is what I do in the evenings after dinner and before I'm ready to settle down. So let's get started. laundry ready to go upstairs. I was reading, so I've got to clean up my drinks and snacks here. These can stay here for tomorrow. All cleaned up. I'm gonna drink these in the office. So there we go. All tucked in for the night. All right, let's take another look around the living room. Oh, yes, yeah. Got this all clean up here. Yeah, it's looking pretty cozy. I gotta get rid of that. And I gotta finish working on this Titanic Lego. Maybe we'll do that next week. All right, out to the garbage, and then everything will be all set. Hi friends. So it is Saturday today. I am at the gym. I haven't done one of these like sit down in the car and talk type of things for a bit, so I figured I would do that today. Let's see here. I have a new yoga mat I'm gonna be using today, which is fun. It's body balance today, so I use the yoga mats for this class. Let's see, this week, so I find that I'm really good at like planning out what I want to do for the week as far as filming goes, and then once the week starts, I'm like, I don't want to do that, and I kind of abandoned my whole plan. So I feel like I didn't film a lot again this week because I just was, I don't know, going about the motions and not really like grabbing the camera to do the things that I wanted to do. So things that I didn't do that I had written down was I wanted to clean the bedroom. I was going to do like a bedroom refresh and clean with me. And I wanted to do my laundry process, and I didn't do that either. I know also I talked about maybe cleaning up like the laundry room. There's like a coat rack that needs to get fixed in there and stuff like that. So none of that got taken care of. Instead, I just ended up doing a lot of reading this week. I've just been in such a mood to read. So I've been reading, let's see here. I've got 4 books going right now because, again, I have a too much gene when it comes to books. So I have, Dungeon Crawler Carl on audiobook. The second book, Carl's Doomsday Scenario is what it's called. Probably about a little more than halfway done with that book. It's so good. It's just as good as the first one. We're just continuing along the story and basically the same thing we were kind of doing in the first one, just exploring the dungeon and classic dungeon crawling type stuff. A lot of fun, a lot of banter. The pop culture references are fantastic. Then I have The Brothers Hawthorne by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. That is the 4th book in a series. And in that book, it's okay. I don't like it as much as the first 3 in the series. It's good still, but like like I said in the beginning, it's lost its character a little bit because they're not in the Hawthorne house anymore, and now they're kind of out in the world, and they're involved in this casino type thing, and it's okay, it's good. I'm gonna finish it off, but I think it's more like right now it's sitting at a 2 or a 3 stars for me. About halfway done with that one. Also, everything seems to be about halfway done. Then I have The Shining by Stephen King that I'm reading for a book club. I am probably about 25% of the way through that book, not very far in, but I have like 2 months to read that, so I'm kind of going slower with that book. But that one's good so far. I've never seen the movie, never read the book, so it's interesting to kind of see what's going on there. Then I have The Assassin's Apprentice for another book club, and I was already starting to read that, so at this point I did do like a reread of what I had already read previously just to kind of refresh my memory, but now I'm past the point where I was on my first read through of it. So we're moving along. I'm now at the part where Fitz is traveling for the first time, so he's kind of like learning more about his apprenticeship, and it's a good adventure book. I'm really excited to kind of like keep reading that and see where he's going, because now it's like getting interesting. You know, the politics are getting interesting and such. So, let's see. Other than that, workouts have been fantastic this week. I upped my weights on Sunday and I did the whole class, minimal stops with upping the weights. And then I didn't work out on Monday. And then on Tuesday, I had body pump again. And again, I kept that weight on, that added weight on. That class was a little disorienting for me. I was kind of disassociating a little bit during it. And I was messing up a lot in the beginning, but then I got into the groove of things. But I kept the weight on. So this week, I felt so strong. I got on the bike. I did all the lifts on the bike the other day. So like it's going good. However, my weight still hasn't moved. It's still at 262. It refuses to budge. I have been eating like minuscule meals because I've been doing a lower calorie meal. So it's like salmon and ground turkey and not much in between, but it's still, this weight is just like, it's got a grip on me. It does not want to let go, but I feel stronger. So I'm happy about that. I'm going to keep pushing through. I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And, you know, hopefully something takes a turn here. I mean, they say consistency is key for this kind of stuff. So, you know, I'll continue to, you know, follow this meal plan, and it sucks because it's not fun. You know, I have to make a second meal for Jeff because he's not going to eat salmon. He doesn't like salmon that much. So like, he's not going to eat salmon for every dinner for the week. And he's not going to eat, as much lean meats and meals as I am. So, you know, seeing him eat all this good stuff, I'm like, oh. But today we're actually going to Tree House Brewery, and we're gonna kind of do that around 3 o'clock. So we're gonna probably get some pizza and garlic knots there. So I will be eating kind of not the best food today, and I'll probably get a coffee because I don't drink. So I'm not going to want to drink any of their beers. If I do drink, it's like a cocktail. I'm not going to drink a beer. So I'll get a coffee when we're there. And, yeah, we'll have pizza and garlic knots, which is not the healthiest choice. But again, I'm working out now. Maybe I will, after Treehouse, I might come back home and maybe get on the bike just to burn off some extra calories from eating the pizza and stuff. So, we'll make up for it, but it's good. I'm having a good time. So, all right, we will see you later when we get to Treehouse then. Bye.
No sleep, my veins run dry, I'm empty. I can't see, I'm blinded by this concrete. And I should call you, see what you've been up to. I've been wondering, how far did you go in 7 months? I bet you're happy and don't think that much about me. Here I am, not knowing how to move on without you.
That is all for this week's vlog. It is now actually Monday. It's actually Monday evening almost. I'm just slacking on the cutting the vlog off yesterday. She's escaping. I don't know where she's going. But yeah, we had a good productive week this week. I don't know if I followed up on my body pump class. I can't remember if I did or not. But it's a problem I'm finding with recording. I very often forget what I've said. And I feel like I say it twice sometimes. So apologies if I've said this, but Body Pump Heavy was amazing. I loved it. Back when I was doing CrossFit, I was doing like, also at the same gym, I was doing like Olympic weightlifting, and I loved that so much. I could weightlift I could deadlift like almost my weight. So like, I love doing that. So Body Pump Heavy was more focused around lifting heavier weights, but slower and at like not as many reps, and then taking more rests in between. I loved it. I really hope they bring that to the class, and I really hope, I don't think my favorite instructor is going to teach it. My favorite instructor at the gym is Amy, and I don't think she's going to do it because she likes to lift like lighter weights. So I'll probably have to go to one of the other instructors, which is fine, but I just like Amy. But that's okay. So yeah, I hope they bring it to class, and I hope they do it on a weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. I don't even care if it's Saturday. I can do like body balance and then a heavy class, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. So yeah, looking forward to that. Next week it goes back to normal body pump class, so which is fine. I'm actually doing that. You know, I'll talk about that next week, I guess. But yeah, just wanted to close out the vlog here, say thank you for everyone for watching, and you know, do all the things, like and subscribe and comment, and you know, tell Aerith how cute she is. She's like over it. There she is. We'll scooch over to you, honey. Yeah, so have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you back here next week. Bye.